Hey, stop. Look here. You want to know how to take in our wedding dress? Well, then join me. Let's do this one together and you will not regret it. So as you can see, I went ahead and separated the dress. I just removed the bottom and this is the top. This dress, my bride actually ordered it online and it said it's a um grand entrance ball gown, but it wasn't really looking like a grand entrance ball gown until I had to do some work on it, because as you saw when I lifted it's just two layers under there, and so I had to do some work on there to give it this look. And if you want to know how we got it to look like this and be so nice on my bride, maybe you want to check out the video coming up next. Then you're going to see how we did that down part to get it full and fluffy and got her looking so amazing like this in this picture. So if you want to see that, watch the video at the end. But anyway, let's go on with this one. First, we want to do just remove a few stitches under the armpit in the bust area, and you want to just use your seam ripper or blade or whatever you have. I'm just using my seam ripper, so go up in there and just take a few inches right within the area you're going to be working. Don't give yourself a lot of work by trying to remove everything. You really don't need to remove everything, so just get those few out and let's do what we have to do. After releasing the elastic, I went in there and cut down in the seam, just cut the threads off. And when you do this, you want to just try to be careful. I mean, not to go too far unless you want to go all the way and keep doing more work, but I just wanted to work right within, to stay right within the area where I had a lot of work to do, and that was just the bust area. Try to fit your hand in the dress between your top and bottom pieces. You want to fit your hand in between there and just kind of try to find the way that's going to link you straight up to the armpits area. As you can see, I tried the first time and I didn't get through because I was going to the back, so I had to put my hand in the other way and I found the opening to go up there. There was opening to go all the way up there. And then just measure however many inches you're going to be removing and just mark your sewing line. For me, I like to mark my sewing line instead of just imagining it. So as you can see, I'm taking ½ inch, so that means I'm doing 1 inch on each side because I'm taking half on the front, half on the back. So I'm taking ½ inch on each side and I'm just going to come down with it. You just want to follow your measurement and mark the exact amount you're taking off on each side, and then just go ahead. If you want to hand sew, you can hand stitch it, but I just thought I should just do it on the machine and make it faster. But you can also hand stitch it. It's even easier when you're hand stitching because you don't have to worry about controlling the fabric and all that, instead of it getting gathering under the machine. Or so you can hand stitch that, but I chose to do it with the sewing machine. And so as you can see, this side is done. And yeah, we're just gonna go in there and make sure everything is okay. Turn it inside out again and make sure everything is okay over there. Just making sure we did the right thing. I'm just trying to turn it inside out. Yeah, finding that corridor is always a little tricky thing. Sometimes you'll find it right away, sometimes you yep, I got it. Okay, so as you can see, we got it right. Now we just have to go back in there and chip out that little knob that's there from the adjustment we made. We got a little piece of bump in there, so we gotta go back in there and just cut that part just to flatten it so we don't have that lump under the armpit. That's the main reason you can't just do it on the regular wrong side of the dress, because that's gonna create a lump under the armpit, and professionally that's not how you want to do your alteration on any clothes for that matter. So we went back in there and chip out that excess, and now we just turn it back inside out, and as you can see, we have flattened it. I have flattened it to the extent that yeah, you can see the actual size of the elastic that's left out now. And so I'm just going to go right back in there. So I'm just going to be stitching that elastic back over, but before I stitch it back, remember I took out about 1/2 inch, and so my elastic now is a little bit over. You see the spacing over there, so I have to trim that elastic in order to make it flat so it fits just the size that we have right now, the bodice size that we have. So I just cut it, and I'm going to chip off the excess, and then I'm going to stitch it back down. And you just need to take your time when you're stitching this. Just take your time and do it so it don't be visible. And I prefer doing this by hand. The stitching part, I prefer to stitch it by hand, and so I'm just going to be using my needle and thread to stitch this by hand.